right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
Alright, happy Sunday everybody. We are back for another weather video. Let's go ahead and jump right into it here. Taking a look firstly at the radar picture, and as you can see, we don't have anything going on currently. Iowa in the clear, Nebraska, South Dakota, all in the clear as of now, as of 2 o'clock p.m. Not seeing much here. Now, did want to mention up north here, North Dakota and northern Minnesota, there's a few showers, but that is about it there. So that is the radar picture. Again, as of right now, things are clear. Take a look at temperatures. Current temperatures, it is another hot day. We are ending the weekend with another hot day in store here. Temperatures right now, we got 93 in Sioux Falls, 97 already in Mitchell and Huron, 93 in Brookings, 91 in Aberdeen. However, you go out west and we do have some cooler weather already. 55 in Buffalo. That is crazy cool for this time of the year. 66 in Mulbridge, 61 in Faith, 72 in Rapid City, and 77 in Pierre. So again, all the heat is now out to the east here. Eastern South Dakota into Nebraska, Minnesota, and Iowa. Central and western South Dakota and Nebraska is quite significantly cooler. Temps in even the 50s, some 60s, some 70s. And down here in Nebraska, 91 in North Platte, 73 in Valentine, 93 in Omaha, and it's hot in Iowa as well, 93 in Des Moines and Spencer, 90 in Mason City, and then in Minnesota, 91 in St. Cloud, 93 in the cities, 91 in Marshall. So yeah, another hot day out there in store. Heat indexes today in that 105 to 110 range again in some of these areas here in our region. So we are going to take a look at a number of things, but first, now let's hear a brief word from our sponsors at CE Construction. Alright guys, so let's talk about the severe weather chances for today. And as you can see on your screen, there is a severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center for today. This is a slight risk in yellow there. That's the main risk we're looking at. The area around it is the green shaded area in marginal. Level 1 out of 5 there for Aberdeen, Pierre, Pine Ridge, and then into Nebraska and Iowa and Minnesota. But the slight risk, that's the area we are focused on here for a good chunk of Nebraska here. O'Neill, Platte, North Platte, sorry, Grand Island, Valentine, and then a little bit in northwest Iowa, Sioux City, Sheldon areas, and then eastern South Dakota, Mitchell, Sioux Falls, I-29 corridor, and then into Minnesota. So that's your slight risk zone, level 2 out of 5. Now let's look at some of the probabilities here. So this is taking a look at your tornado risk for today. Down in Nebraska there, 2%. And then into eastern South Dakota to include Sioux Falls and Brookings, Watertown, and that 2% tornado risk, and then into Minnesota. Then we have a 5% tornado risk in brown there for Roberts County, South Dakota, far northeastern corner of South Dakota there, into Minnesota, Morris, Minnesota, Brainerd, International Falls there. We do have that 5% tornado risk, so more than likely later today near that brown shaded area there's probably going to be a tornado watch issued. this evening. So we'll see what happens this evening. It's really when the storms are supposed to be firing up is later today into this evening. So that is your tornado risk. Now let's look at the hail probabilities. Hasn't changed much from the last couple of days. It's pretty much the same. Sioux Falls is right in the middle of this probability, though. So Sioux Falls is right in the middle of all this. And then your wind probability 15% as well as hail. Again, eastern South Dakota, Nebraska, into Minnesota there. So that is your outlooks. Now I do want to mention this really briefly. This is a significant hail probability. So this is a hatched zone, and it's up in the far northeastern corner of South Dakota, so basically Millbank, Sisseton, and then over into Minnesota. That is our area we're watching. Then wind probabilities much farther to the north there, northern Minnesota. That's what we're looking at. And then for tomorrow, the risk shifts significantly east into Nebraska, southeastern Nebraska, into Iowa and southeastern Minnesota. So Des Moines, Omaha area tomorrow, Rochester, Waterloo. That's the zone tomorrow. But that marginal risk does extend west all the way to South Dakota, kind of that Union County line there. Just a little bit east of Sioux Falls. So, there still could be an isolated severe thunderstorm in northwest Iowa, but mainly going to be much farther to the east tomorrow. So really we just got to get through, today. And then I did want to mention this as well. This is for Tuesday. This is your severe weather risk for Tuesday, and the slight risk moves back to the west, western panhandle of Nebraska there, and then into southwest South Dakota, some of the Black Hills region, Custer, almost to Rapid City, but into Wyoming there. So slight risk there. That is for Tuesday. More than likely severe weather out west. And then the marginal risk in green does include Sioux Falls, Winter, Mitchell, Chamberlain, and then down into Nebraska and Iowa there. We'll keep an eye on it. And then Wednesday could also be another day to watch. There's not a risk map yet for Wednesday, but it is possible that we could see some more severe weather possibly on Wednesday. So again, it's just the time of the year that we're in. We are in a very active period of severe weather, and unfortunately a couple nights ago, we had to deal with it in North Dakota. Not technically in our coverage area, but we're branching farther, and we wanted to cover it because it was a historic event, and unfortunately it resulted in 3 casualties the other night. Just really rough weather in North Dakota. So prayers to everyone up in North Dakota for those nasty, deadly tornadoes that hit eastern North Dakota yesterday. So now let's look at the model runs, and I wanted to show the latest HRRR. So as we play the latest on the HRRR model, and starting off this afternoon, we're not seeing much here. Now, once we get towards kind of that dinner hour, 5-6 o'clock, we start seeing the development here in Nebraska, central Nebraska there, and that is expected to move northeast. And as you can see there, it really starts to fire up there, even in far southwest South Dakota into the far northwestern panhandle of Nebraska there. There's some thunderstorms back over there even. And this is the main system though, right here in north central Nebraska into southeastern South Dakota. And there you go, by kind of around that 6 to 7 p.m. time frame, and there it is, reaching into South Dakota there. And there's your activity, there's your main thunderstorm line, and just kind of explodes kind of around the Sioux Falls area this evening. So again, that's what we're watching here. And any one of these cells could have large hail, strong gusty winds, and an isolated tornado or two. All modes are on the table today for our area. And this kind of continues to move east and northeast, and overnight still thunderstorms continuing there, and almost like we'll have a system ahead of the line, and then we'll have another line that and as you can see, it came out of that original line way back to the west and continues to move east, and then overnight into the morning hours there could be a wind line moving through the Sioux Falls area, according to the latest here on the HRRR. And then by tomorrow things clear out and move on into Minnesota. So even the cities area, the Minneapolis area, could even see thunderstorms tomorrow morning. But yeah, so basically this evening and then into the overnight hours, just a lot of thunderstorm activity in the Sioux Falls area. So definitely stuff to keep a very close eye on as we move through the late afternoon into the evening and overnight hours. And then I wanted to look at the dew points here this evening. So this is kind of right now. We got temps, dew points in the 70s for a lot of us, upper 60s to 70s. That is plenty enough moisture to create severe weather. So the moisture and the dew point is there, the moisture is there. Very unstable environment today. It's just a matter of, can these storms break the cap because of how hot it is today? It's basically the simplest way to put it. Can the storms actually break the cap today? That's the question. And also where the storm's going to fire up. Well, again, the HRRR model is suggesting it's going to start in northern Nebraska and move northeast into southeastern South Dakota this evening. So that is the thinking there. And one last thing, temperatures today, again, very, very hot out there today. If you guys have any outdoor plans, please limit it as much as possible. Of course, unless you're at a swimming pool. But other than that, if you're out in the heat all day, again, drink plenty of fluids, drink plenty of water, stay hydrated, please. Stay cool, be in the shade as much as possible. And for pets, pet owners, don't leave your pets in the car. Make sure they're plenty hydrated as well, and make sure they're staying cool. And you guys, it's a very serious thing when it comes to heat and heat exhaustion, heat strokes, and all those things. Those things do happen. So cannot stress that enough. Just please be careful out there today. It's another dangerous day of heat, summertime heat, unfortunately for today. But good news is, after today, things will be turning cooler starting tomorrow. Temps will return to the 70s, so much more respectable temps starting tomorrow. So that is the latest here from T Storm Chasers. Again, continue to follow us on our socials. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this. We'll be back for another video tomorrow. Also, we most likely will be going live tonight with severe weather coverage. Based on what we're seeing, it looks like there's probably going to be some severe weather this evening in our area that we'll need to cover. So, as always, we'll keep you guys covered, and we'll stay safe out there. As always, have a great rest of your weekend out there. And continue to follow us on Facebook for that's usually where we're most active, as well as X and Instagram, TikTok, and our YouTube page. So thank you guys. We appreciate all the support, and thank you all for tuning in today. Stay safe out there.